Good morning all. Yeah, so we will just draw the stress diagram for the previous problem, and that we will try to do another problem on thick cylinders. Okay, right. So let me share the screen. So by that we will continue this. Is the screen visible, Amma? My voice, everything clear? Guys, anyone please respond. Is my voice is clear? Is the whiteboard visible? Anyone? Please respond. Hello. Hello. Anyone? Guys, please respond. Is my voice is visible?
Yes, sir.
Audible? Screen visible? Right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So let me share the new screen. So where I can show you the presentation on previous problem. Yeah. Sir, వస్తుంది సార్ వస్తుంది ఈరోజు పంపిస్తాను. Yeah, so actually this is the problem, right? So we have done in the previous class. So let's just go through the glance, so where we can able to understand the problem easily, and I will try to share this presentation to you also. Okay. So here we are supposed to calculate the maximum hoop stress along with the varying hoop and radial stresses with respect to its thickness, isn't it? So for any problem, first you have to note down the Lami's equations. Okay, so which is a circumferential stress and the next one is radial stress, and then you have to go with the boundary conditions. Okay, so the boundary condition, one is the internal radial boundary condition, the next one is the external boundary conditions. Okay, see that I need to speak, sir. I will speak after this. Right. Yeah. So from these two boundary conditions, you are supposed to calculate the constants. Okay, A and B, isn't it? So this is what we have done, and by substituting all these A and B constant values in the Lami's equations, so by that you can able to achieve the radial stress and circumferential stress. Right. Okay. So after getting your equation, so here which is a varying parameter? Here radius is your varying parameter, isn't it? So wherever you want to calculate the circumferential stress and radial stress within the thickness of the thick cylinder, by substituting your R value, you can able to calculate it, right? So that's what we did in the previous class. Yeah. So what the radial values we have substituted are as 100 mm, which is the inner face. So what is the stress at inner face? 34 megapascal is your circumferential stress, which is under tension, and 20 megapascal is your radial stress, which is under compression. So this is the inner face. And when you substitute 120 mm, okay, see, you may ask me, sir, why only 120 mm? So you can substitute any value which you require, where you want to calculate your circumferential and radial stresses, okay, based on the question given. Even in your competitive exams, they may ask to calculate the circumferential stress and radial stress at any point. Okay, you can't say that they're going to ask you only at the inner face and only at the outer face. They may ask you at any radial distance within the thickness of the thick cylinder. So that is the reason why, so by substituting different radial values, you can able to get the circumferential stress and the radial stress at different locations, right? So R is equal to 135, so these are the values, and r is equal to 150. So which is your outer radius, isn't it? So this is the outer layer. So where the hoop stress and circumferential stresses are this. So this is how you are supposed to draw the stress diagram for the thick cylinder within the thickness of the cylinder. So this is the outer circumference and this is the inner circumference, and the radius of the inner surface is 100 mm and the radius of the outer surface is 150 mm, right? So this is how you are supposed to draw the diagram. So first the question is, what is the maximum circumferential stress? So what is the maximum circumferential stress, Amma? 34 megapascal, isn't it? Or 34 newton per mm square. Okay, and then what they ask you to calculate the stress variation from inner to outer, right? Obviously, we know in any cylinder, when it is subjected to internal pressure, obviously internal pressure stresses will be more, and at the outer layers stresses will be less. Okay, so by understanding that concept, if even you can see the stress diagrams, at inner surface your stress is 34 megapascal and the outer surface it is 19 megapascal. See how the stress is varying, and the stress is not varying linearly. This is also very important competitive bit. They may ask you how the stress varies. If the stress is varying linearly or parabolically. Okay, so that also you have to know. So by seeing this diagram itself, you can able to understand the stress variation is parabolic. Okay, please note it. Okay, it is not linear. Linear and around the number. So linear will be like this. So this is what linear means. Okay, so but it is not linear. Okay, it is parabolic. So the shape of that is parabolic in shape. Okay, understand? Yeah. Okay, so this is what the stress diagram. And even if you see the variation of radial stress diagram, which is under compression side, so 20 megapascal is the maximum radial stress at the inner surface, and 5 megapascal is the minimum radial stress at the outer surface. Okay, so this is the stress diagram what they ask you to calculate, isn't it? So on the Ardhamaina, so this is the first problem which we have done. So let's do the second problem. Yeah, so all of you please note down the second problem. Everyone. So let's do that problem on board. Okay. Find the thickness of the metal required for a thick cylinder shell of inner diameter 160 mm to withstand an internal pressure of 8 Newton per mm square. The maximum hoop stress in the section is not to exceed 35 Newton per mm square. That's it. So what is the given parameters and what they are asking you to calculate? So please, we will try to note it down. Okay. So he is asking you to calculate the thickness of the metal by knowing the inner radius. So you don't know the external radius. If you know the external radius R2, you can able to calculate the thickness easily. Understand? So they are given only the internal radius, and they are given what is the internal pressure, and the maximum hoop stress also is given, which is not to exceed 35 Newton per mm square. That's it. Okay. So now let's do this problem. Okay. So first let us see what is given data. Before given data, so let's draw the diagram. So there is a cylinder which is having a precise thickness. The internal radius R1 is given and the internal pressure is also given as P1. Okay. And this is the thickness of the cylinder which is unknown, isn't it? Yeah. Is there any external pressure which is acting on the cylinder? In the problem, is there anything given? Problem like external pressure undani emani icharamma? Yes or no? Guys, please respond. Is there any
No,
external pressure
no,
on
sir.
the cylinder? No. So by that, I can take P2 as 0. Okay. So there is no external pressure at all. Yeah. So now let's write the given data. The first one is internal diameter D1 is given as 160 mm. Okay. So that means this value is given. External diameter we don't know. So which is unknown. Yeah. So from internal diameter, your R1 is 80 mm, right? And P1 is given, the pressure which is acting inside, entama 8 Newton per mm square. And the maximum hoop stress is also given, which is sigma C or H. Okay, circumferential anachu, like the hoop stress anachu, and the 35 Newton per mm square, right? So these are the values given. And so what are the formulas required to calculate your external radius? So R2 value is unknown. Okay. And the Lami's equations, sigma C is equal to B by R square plus A. Sigma R is equal to B by R square minus A. Okay. So with these two formulas, so let's calculate the external radius also. Okay. So for calculating the stresses, what the next step we have to go with? We have to go with the boundary conditions. Okay. See, any problem you can follow the same procedure. Okay. So let's go with the boundary conditions. So I will erase this. So I will keep this diagram as usual. So with this given data, with the help of these Lami's equations, okay. So we are going to calculate the things. Yeah. Can anyone tell me what are the boundary conditions, Ma? R is equal to 80 mm. So this is the first boundary condition. With the internal pressure is 8 Newton per mm square, and with the circumferential stress as 35 Newton per mm square. Okay. So as we all know, hoop stress is maximum in inner surface. Avuna? Inner face or inner surface, because any stresses, it will be maximum in the inner surface of the cylinder, right? So by substituting these values, 8 is equal to B by 80 square minus A. So this is your first equation. Okay. So which is related to radial. And the next one is hoop stress. 35 is equal to B by 80 square plus A. So let us take this as third equation. Let us take this as fourth equation. What are the first two equations, Amma? We know sigma C is equal to B by R square plus A. Sigma R is equal to B by R square minus A. So this is the first equation. This is the second equation. So now you may get doubt. Sir, hoop stress was given as 35. Okay. Circumferential stress, why you took 8? Because circumferential stress is not given. So then, sorry, circumferential stress is given as 35 Newton per mm square. Radial stress is not given. Internal pressure is given, but the radial stress is not given. So then why you took 8, sir? And I make doubt ravachu. See, in inner cylinder, this is the internal pressure. Okay. Then what will be the internal radial stress, amma? Sigma R emotundi will be equal. Antena? Sigma R will be equal to internal radial pressure. So then only this equilibrium condition will apply. Then only the member won't get failed, isn't it? Correct enough? So that is the reason why sigma R can be taken as equal to internal pressure as 8 Newton per mm square. And the circumferential stress is already given in the problem as 35 Newton per mm square. So by that we can frame these two equations. Okay. So now let's solve these two equations. Solving equations 3 and 4. Tell me what are the values of A and B, Amma? Please use your calculators and tell me what is the value of A and B. What is the value of constants here? All of you, please use your calculators and tell me what is the value of A and B with these two equations. Enta? What is the value of A? Please use your calculators, Amma. Enta A value? Guys, are you doing or not? What is the value of A? Is it 13.5?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And what is the value of B?
137600.
Very good. 1,37,600. Right? Okay. So substitute these two values in equation 3 and 4. Okay. So where we will get the, sorry, sorry. Substitute these two values in 1 and 2. Okay. Where you will get the circumferential stress and radial stress with respect to R. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
sir, is it possible to get A and B values in negative?
Yeah. Negative one day. Have you got any value in negative?
No, sir, I'm asking that.
Okay, you are asking her. No, no, ma. So A and B's are constants. Okay, you even though if you get negative, you are going to take as a constant value 13.5. No need to consider any sign for the constants.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, when you solve some equations, definitely, as you said, you will get sometimes in a negative value, sometimes in the positive value. Okay. But when you are substituting constants in any equation, you have to take those values as it is. No need to consider any signs over there. Okay. So why? Because if you consider the sign, the meaning of the equation will get changed. Understand? So that is the reason why you should not consider any signs here while substituting the constants in the original equations. Okay. Right? Yeah. So by substituting these two values in the equation 1, so tell me what equations you can frame over here.
35, sir, first one.
Yeah, 1 second. So let me write it clearly. Yeah. So substitute these two constants in equation 1 and 2. The first one is circumferential stress. Sigma C is equal to 1,37,600 by R square plus 13.5. R is equal to 1,37,600 by R square minus 13.5. So let us take this as a fifth equation. Let us take it as a sixth equation. Okay. Yeah. So now, what is the pressure which is acting from the outside of the cylinder? Pressure at outer face is 0, isn't it? So why? Because there is no external pressure is going to take place. As when we derived an equation, I have gone with the 4 case studies, 4 cases, right? So this is the case where the external pressure is 0 and internal pressure is exists. Okay, so then I can take PR as 0, so which is externally, and R as R1. Okay, so where the external pressure is 0. So by taking this radial pressure as 0, substituting in this equation, understand? So because I'm taking this statement where the external pressure is 0, ఈ pressure 0 తీసుకుంటూ ఈ R2 ని I'm going to calculate, okay, from this equation. 0 is equal to 137600 by R, ఇక్కడ R ఏంటమ్మా, R1 R2, sorry, R2 square minus 13.5, because R1 I know. What is the value of R1 number? 80 mm. I don't know R2 value, isn't it? R2 I calculate చేయాలి. R2 ఎలా calculate చేస్తాను? By taking pressure as 0 externally, then your R will be R2, right? So substitute this in this equation. This is your value, and calculate what is R2, amma? See, everyone should know why I am substituting these two values in this equation. Why? Because there is nothing to do substituting the values in the circumferential stress. Why? Because when you substitute in the radial stress only, you can able to get the radial distance, isn't it? So that's why when the pressure is 0 externally, your radius will be R2. Okay, so then only you can able to achieve the equation. What is the value of R2, amma? What is the value of R2? Please, I request all of you, please use your calculators while solving the problems.
370.9.
This value, చూడండి, it should be 100.96.
Yes, sir. 100.958.
కరెక్టేనా? చూడండి, ఎందుకంటే క్యాలిక్యులేటర్స్ లో ఒకసారి if any one division missing, you may get wrong answer. ఓకే, అమ్మాయి ఒకసారి చెక్ చేశారమ్మా? 100.96 అనే మీకు కూడా వచ్చింది? Yeah, okay. So now tell me, what is your thickness of the cylinder? Thickness is equal to R2 minus R1. What is your R2? 100.96 minus what is the R1? 80. 20.96 mm is your thickness of the thick cylinders. Understand? Yeah, so that's it. So this is how you can expect problems from the thick cylinders with the help of the Lemis equations. Understand? So problem yokka procedure gurtupetukondi. The first two equations in any problem will be your Lemis equations. Second two equations will be used to calculate the constants, and the third, fifth and sixth equations are going to calculate whatever you require. If you want radial stresses, you can able to calculate radial stresses at different radial distances. If you want to calculate the radius, or if you want to calculate the thickness, then also you can able to use the fifth and sixth equation to calculate that. Understand? So this is how you can able to solve the problems in thick cylinders, right? Understand? The problems మీరు చేసుకోగలుగుతారు కదా, different problems. Yeah, so now we will go with the how to design the thick cylinder shell. Okay, so here I would like to tell few things. See, in your strength of materials 1, whatever shears, forces, bending moments you have calculated, they are all comes under the analysis. Understand? Shear stress, shear force, bending moment, shear stresses, bending stresses, ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు calculate చేస్తున్నాం? They're all comes under the analysis part anamata. Okay, and the next, the design parts come. So how your analysis is going to be useful to design a particular member? Because if you know the analysis, if you analyze the member, you can know how better that member is sustainable to the loads, how better the member is can able to carry the load అనేది మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. Understand? So that's why we do analysis of any member first, and then we will design that member with respect to its dimension, okay, to sustain the load. Understand? So that's why till now, whatever calculations we do, whatever the stresses we calculate, they're all comes under the analysis. Okay, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, the maximum circumferential stress, the maximum radial stress, the maximum thickness, ఇవన్నీ మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. So they're all defining where the member should have, or the way the member is subjected to when it is under pressure, when it is under internal pressure, or when it is under external pressure. Understand? So that's how things goes on. So now let's discuss the design of the thick cylindrical shell. So how to design the member, what are the stresses acts in the thick cylinders? Okay, so everything we will discuss now. So that's what Aman, that is what about the problems. Now keep the heading, design of thick cylindrical shell. Guys, don't worry, if you want to solve any problem, I mean few more problems on the thick cylinders, don't worry, I will try to share you a few more problems through the presentation. In that, many problems are there, you can try to solve them, okay, whenever you are free. Okay, right. So now design of thick cylinders, here we should know and we should understand it clearly. Out of 3 stresses, maximum values will be for circumferential stress, will be for radial stresses. Avuna? Okay. And the minimum values will be for longitudinal stress. Understand? And out of these two, which is maximum? Out of these 2 stresses again, which is maximum?
Circumference.
Radial.
Very good. Circumferential stress or hoop stress is maximum. Out of which, in which radial distress, in which radius your stresses are maximum? In which radius your stresses are maximum?
Internal.
Very
Internal.
good. Internal radius. Okay, so ఇది మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. So when you know this clearly, so then you can able to solve the problems easily, right? So maximum values ఈ రెండింటికి ఉంటాయి compared with the longitudinal stress. Out of these 2, circumferential stresses will be maximum, and in which in particular radius R1 and R2, internal radius lo stresses maximum ఉంటాయి. Okay, so that we have to understand. So at any radius R, the principal stresses are also going to be exist. What do you mean principal stress? Principal stress ante entama, the stresses which are acting on the principal plane. Antena? The stresses which are acting on the principal plane are called principal stresses. How the principal stresses exist? Ela untayamo principal stresses anevi?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular, sir.
All the principal stresses are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so let us take a small strip in the thickness of the particular shell. In this stress will be your circumferential stress anukunte. Okay, okay, and this stress will be the longitudinal stress, and the another stress which is acting in this direction will be compression, which we are representing as a radial stress. Okay, all are perpendicular to each other. So that's how these are called principal stresses, which are acting perpendicular to the principal plane, which are acting perpendicular on the principal plane, right? So now while writing the equations, okay, so here we can able to write them in a form of a constants kuda rayachu anamata. Okay, ela rastaru veetini with respect to pressure ante. So let us take your radial stress which is under compression, let us take your circumferential stress as a hoop stress which is under tension, and the longitudinal stress which is under tension. How better you can write these equations in other formula ela rastarante? So let me show you here. So by deleting this, yeah, So the first one, is circumferential stress or hoop stress, okay, which is under tensile every time. Sigma C is equal to, so there is a huge equation, okay, by substituting constants A and B, that equation can be written as P1 R1 square by R2 square minus R1 square of R2 square by R1 square plus 1, okay. So this can be written as P1 of R2 square plus R1 square by R2 square minus R1 square. Okay. So this equation can also be written by taking R2 by R1 as constant K. Okay. This is okay. By taking R2 by R1 as some constant K. Okay. So your sigma C can be written as P1 of K2 square plus 1 by K2 square minus 1. Right, sir? Okay. In this way also you can represent your circumferential stress with respect to constant. So here K is nothing but what? R2 by R1. Okay. So in this way also you can. So because why I am representing this, you know, sometimes in competitive exams, the differential radial stress constant value 0.02 meters anichar ankondi. Let us take, okay, or mm ichar ankondi, okay. If they ask you to calculate your circumferential stress straight away, అప్పుడు ఎంత ఈజీగా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయొచ్చు చూడండి. సిగ్మా సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ప్రెషర్ విల్ బి గివెన్, ఓకే, 0.02 square plus 1 by 0.02 minus 1, substitute in multiplying with the pressure, you can able to get the circumferential stress, okay. సో అందువల్ల ఈ విధంగా కూడా మనం ఈ circumferential or hoop stress వాల్యూను మనం రిప్రజెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. Understand? So please try to remember this formula also, where the difference in, I mean, no, difference kaadu, the what we call ratio of the outer radius to the inner radius, we can take it as a some K value. That K with respect to K also you can able to write the formula. Okay. In the same way, how can we represent the longitudinal stress? Longitudinal stress can also be represented easily. Longitudinal stress, sigma L is equal to P1 R1 square by R2 square minus R1 square ga rayachu. So again R2 by R1 as K. So this formula can be rewritten as P1 by K square minus 1. Okay. So this can be represented like this. ఇలా కూడా మనం రాయొచ్చు. So which is under tension. Okay. So that's all. So in exam, if they give the K value like this, substituting in this, you can able to calculate your longitudinal stress straight away like this. Understand? Okay. So that is how the design of the thick cylinders can be variant. Okay. So which with respect to the difference in the, I mean, with respect to the ratio of the external to the internal radius of the cylinders. Right. So as we know, the circumferential stress is the largest out of the above mentioned 3 principal stresses. So now whatever the stresses we calculate, they are all principal stresses, which are going to be the principal stresses, out of which we have to know circumferential stress is the maximum out of all principal stresses. Okay. So this you should keep it in mind. So now what we do now, how many of you remember the principal stress and strains concept amma? Meeku strength of materials 1 lo chepparu kada, principal stress and strains ani. Enta mandiki meeku gurtundi principal stress and strains? Can anyone tell me what are the 5 principal stress and strains? Because they are very important. So we are going to discuss that tomorrow. So then there will be another topic in the thick cylinders, which is called as compound cylinders. Compound cylinders అని ఒక టాపిక్ ఉంటుంది. As I told you, when a cylinder is winded with some wire not to get burst, so that cylinders are called as a compound cylinders. So that we will discuss in the next class. So before that, I am asking how many of you remember the 5 different types of the principal stresses? ఏంటి principal stresses? Can anyone? ఏంటమ్మా principal stresses? First one, maximum principal stress theory. అవునా? గుర్తుందా అందరికీ? మీకు స్ట్రెంత్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్స్లో లాస్ట్ యూనిట్లో చెప్పుంటారు. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, maximum principal strain theory. గుర్తొస్తుందా? థర్డ్ వన్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద థర్డ్ వన్? maximum shear stress theory. Fourth one, maximum strain energy theory. Fifth one, maximum ఏంటి ఫిఫ్త్ వన్ ఎవరైనా చెప్తారా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద లాస్ట్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ స్ట్రెస్? ఎనీవన్? గైస్, షియర్ స్ట్రెయిన్ ఎనర్జీ థియరీ. మీకు స్ట్రెంత్ ఆఫ్ మెటీరియల్స్లో లాస్ట్ ఫిఫ్త్ యూనిట్ అయిందా అవ్వలేదా? ఏమ్మా, ప్లీజ్ రెస్పాండ్. మీకు ఈ ప్రిన్సిపల్ స్ట్రెస్ అండ్ స్ట్రెయిన్స్ చెప్పారా చెప్పలేదా? See, whenever any member is subjected to stresses like this, okay, so definitely that member will have principal stresses and principal strains. These principals and principal stresses are going to be, principal stress and principal strains are going to be evaluated in 5 different forms. One is maximum principal stress theory, the other one is maximum principal strain theory, next one is maximum shear stress theory, next one is maximum strain energy theory, and the last one is maximum shear strain energy theory. Okay, so in the next class I will tell you what are the formulas of these 5 theories. Okay, so why? Because your thick cylinders are subjected to 3 stresses which are mutually perpendicular to each other kabatti, like this. Okay, so then obviously the stresses will be like this. Okay, obviously you have to calculate all these stresses. Idi meeku thin cylinders lo enduku raaledu? So why we not discussed these stresses in the thin cylinders? Can anyone? Why we have not discussed these stresses in the thin cylinders?
థిన్ సిలిండర్స్ లో స్ట్రెసెస్ యూనిఫామ్ కాన్స్టెంట్స్ ఉంటుంది.
థిన్ సిలిండర్స్ లో దెర్ ఇస్ నో థర్డ్ స్ట్రెస్. అక్కడ రేడియల్ స్ట్రెస్ అనేది ఏంటి? 0. There is only 2 stresses. One is circumferential stress, other one is longitudinal stress. With respect to these 2 stresses, we have calculated another stress. Em calculate chesam? We have calculated the shear stress. Ela? Sigma C minus sigma L by 2. ఎంత వచ్చింది మనకు అప్పుడు వాల్యూ?
80.
PD by
80.
80. Isn't it? So this is the shear stress. Only where the 2 stresses are perpendicular to each other. Two stresses ఉన్నాయి అక్కడ మనకి. Okay, with respect to that we have calculated the shear stress. But whenever member is